Welcome to a Thanksgiving special of Heather's greenhouse. It's like 60 degrees right now, but we're supposed to get down to 27 tonight, so I thought I'd show you everything that's pretty before it dies. Now I am really impressed with this pot. I think that is absolutely beautiful. And the morning glories inside the basket are still alive and growing, so I'm still excited about that. Hopefully next year the morning glories will grow up that. And let's see, over here we've got some wildflowers that germinated. We'll have to wait and see how they do, but let me show you what we've got. Pretty sure that's some feverfew. That looks like maybe a rudbeckia. There's some salvia over there. And I do apologize, they're very, very small, so you might not be able to see them. But then over here we've got a calla lily. And this is a canna lily. You see they're very different. And y'all, the deer around here are so starving and hungry, they actually ate the mint. Alright, let's go in the courtyard. Now there's not much in here. That hibiscus will die all the way back to the ground and come back in the spring. In this planter, I do have some bulbs that are already coming up. Everything's a little overgrown and needs to be shaped a little bit. That's okay. The fountain is off and I have started winterizing, so I don't know if you can see, I've already covered the hose bib right there. And I apologize for my shadow. This was not the right time to do this, but this was the time I had available. And sometimes you do things when you have time to do them. That's just a little scarecrow. Just some fall decor. The zinnia here bloomed, and like I said, it will not last 27 degrees. The Egyptian spinach right here, you can see it's already starting to have some frost damage on the leaves. Then you've got pansies. Got various things in there. Looks like cosmos there. That looks like maybe bachelor's button. That little thing is actually a Confederate rose that I grew from a seed. I'm very excited about that. And then the petunia, which I don't know if you can tell, but the slugs and snails have been eating on my petunia. And then that pot, isn't that just gorgeous? You got the heuchera and then 3 different pansies. So you've got the nice bright yellow, you've got a yellow and burgundy, got all burgundy. And then here's your heuchera. And then that's just a chrysanthemum that I put in that pot. And it's actually started growing since I put it in the pot because it's been so warm and we hadn't had crazy cold yet. The lemongrass is still doing good in that pot. And over here, I just did a radish cover crop, just something to have in that pot that would be pretty and green. Oh, and I did want to mention the agapanthus. So after they flower, they leave these on, and I think they're pretty. So I leave them until they totally die back. Once they turn brown and die back, I will trim that agapanthus up. But I think those are pretty. They're not really seed heads because there are no seeds on there. So I don't know what you'd call it, but I think it's very pretty. So I'll leave them. All right, let me get the girls to go with me to the backyard and I'll show you what the backyard looks like. Welcome back to Heather's greenhouse. So you can see the citrus here is looking beautiful. Some of it's starting to ripen and get sweeter. Now it is 60 degrees out here right now. And you say, why are you getting ready to cover it when it's 60 degrees? Because according to the weather app, it's going to get down to 27 degrees tonight. So I've got to cover all this citrus. Let's see, can I do this one-handed? You can see I just have it stored just in a trash bag. Nothing fancy. And this is my frost blanket. Alright, let me show you over here. I have this lemon tree and I have the cherry tree. Now I'm not going to be able to cover them all the way because these are frost cover bags. I'm not a fan of these, but this is all I have. And when it's going to be 27, you got to put something on them. So I can't do this and record, so I'm going to stop for now, get this done, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so this is not perfect, but this should protect those citrus plants and that cherry tree from the 27-degree temperature tonight. And you can see why I prefer the blanket over the bag, because you can bring it all the way down. And y'all, this is just a clip, like a chip clip, and I just take and clip the fabric onto the raised bed. Now I have to do this because living on the lake we have high winds, and the last thing I want is for the blanket to blow off. You can see this one's very similar. Oh, you know what? I got a big hole here. So this is a good thing to do, to come back and check for holes. Because the last thing you want is a hole where air can get up underneath. Alright, let me work on this a little bit. It's not going to be perfect. It's very difficult dealing with these big frost blankets and citrus by yourself. But I got it done. It'll be fine. If I don't see you again, happy Thanksgiving. Okay, let me explain why I don't like the frost bags. Because of this right here. You see it's covering the top, but it's not really covering the base of this tree at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of that frost blanket and also put it over here, because I mean that's not going to cut it with 27 degrees tonight. So I'm going to have to use so I've got the blankets on there kind of as the first layer of protection, and then I'm going to put the frost blanket over it so that I know the bottom of it is going to be protected too. So let's see what that looks like.